Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 7, Episode 17, Taste of Freedom. Y'all, I'm gonna make this review kind of quick because I'm trying to finish up some stuff. So I was like, let me go ahead and try to review this show and get it out. So I need to get back to what I'm doing. Tomorrow is the 4th. I'm off work and I'm trying to get this stuff done. Are y'all cooking? What y'all cooking? Leave it in the comments. I'm not. I'm going to Kroger and get some ribs. Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, the more you do like my videos, the more they do go up in the algorithm, and more people will start to view my content on the road to 6,000 subscribers. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Yeah, it was a lot going on. Gary was showing out. All right, so episode picks up where it left off. Ethan got the pictures and he took them over there to Gary. I figured it was gonna be pictures of him in incriminating acts. Him look like he having a wild orgy with men and women. And Ethan is like, what are you gonna do with these photos? And Gary pretty much is gonna use them to exploit Andy. Pretty much. And Jordan, but yeah, he's trying to exploit Jordan and make Andy's life a living HE double hockey sticks. Yeah. All right. So as we all saw from last episode, Ethan had, you know, DRUG Jordan's drink and he was passed out. So he don't really know what happened. He don't know about the photos. He don't know about anything. He should have some cameras in his house. If Gary can run around here with cameras in his house, then he need to have cameras in his house too. So he can see what he can see, what he can see. But anyway, so Andy comes over. She's like, boy, I've been calling you, like what you had going on. And he was like, you know what? I passed out. I really don't remember a lot. And she asked, was Ethan there? Seeing him that way, and he was like, you know what, he don't remember, but if he was, he would have to apologize. And Andy is just looking at him confused, like thinking that he's really depressed over what's happening with Penelope, which he is, but she doesn't know, and he doesn't know that he got drug. I can't say. Yeah, some words you can't say, and I ain't trying to, have YouTube striking my channel. Yeah, so DRUGGED. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So she was just like, you know what? You just get yourself together, and then later on she's gonna come back and cook dinner and all that stuff. So yeah, cool. All right. So now back over at Sabrina's at the job. Maurice and Sabrina, they was having a conversation and she had brought up Trey. How is everything going with him? And Maurice is feeling like he feels like he needs space, but he still wants to be with Trey at the same time. So he's really trying to balance out the relationship between the two. I mean, to me, it's all growing pains. It's all growing pains at the end of the day. They have to learn each other and they have to be able to know what they can and cannot deal with. So yeah. And Maurice, if you want the man, be with the man. If you don't want the man, don't be with the man. But clearly you want the man, so and he want to be around you. Y'all just gonna have to set up some type of stipulation on y'all boundaries. It's just setting up boundaries. And then we get on to Sabrina while they're talking. That's when Rich comes in and he bringing juice and then give Maurice no juice. Maurice feeling some type of way. So Maurice kind of walk off, but he's still over there listening at his desk. And Rich is, trying to apologize to Sabrina, talking about it's not what you think in regards to her using the birth control while, she's doing the IVF and all of that stuff. And Sabrina was like, well, you making it seem as if I'm trying to trap you. And being that you're trying to make it, if you're trying to make me out to be that type of person, then we are not going to be, messing around no more. All of it. He was like, what about, using mouths? She was like, nope, she don't want the mouth either. She don't want the mouth. She don't want the all the other stuff that you use. Fingers, hands, toes. She don't want none of that or whatever. So he was just like, really? Like, really? But I love you. I was like, wow, the key word today is love. Everybody loving everybody, right? And she was just like, okay. She didn't even tell him back. She was just kind of looking at him like, oh, well, no. Like, She said, we want two different things. Right now, I've started what I've started. I've told you what I'm doing. And it's it, the hormones and all this stuff. I know what I want. You don't want it. So I don't want to make you feel like you being trapped. So how about this? We not gonna mess around until she pretty much get pregnant. And she told him to leave, and that was it. All right. So now Fatima is getting out the car and she see Hayden and Miss Marie Willis getting out the car together. They look very, very chummy, laughing, touching, all that old stuff that you do after you done finish having a good night with somebody that you like. And Fatima peeping it. And so Miss Marie Willis, she going on about her business, and Fatima go over there and she was like, what you got going on, you sleazy, slithering, sleazy, some of my sleazy, slithering. That was on Boomerang, my favorite movie. But anyway, shout out to Boomerang. But Hayden is like, you know what? Her driver is sick, so she called me and I brought her here. That's pretty much all it is to it. Fatima was like, well, I'm gonna figure out what you got going on. Please believe that. And he was just like, okay, whatever. Now back over at with Danny and Tony. Okay, so you know how they do. They do a lot of touchy-feely stuff, right? And so they end up talking about him having dinner with the kids tonight. And then he brings in Tiffany is going to be there too. So Danny is like, oh, so y'all just going to have dinner as a family and not include me. He was just like, well, they just trying to, I guess, get back in the swing of everybody being around each other. Anyway, so yeah, but Tony, he don't really want to talk about that. He started talking about his rooms in the he says he's a VP and he got keys and rooms so they can go and have jumping up and down sessions on each other. My thing is this, Tony, if you the VP, why you won't get her a better position up at this place at the airport? Because I swear she the only one that ain't moved up. She's the only one that has kept the same job, same title as seven seasons of Sisters. All the girls that moved up. What's that girl name? Andy. She done moved up. Sabrina done moved up. Child, Fatima in law school. She about to, change stuff. Like Zach, a millionaire. Like all these people done really elevated their lives, and Danny is still in the same place. I'm like, instead of Danny, you being worried about this man and his kids and his ex-wife coming into the picture, you need to learn about elevating yourself. We love you, Danny, but we want to see growth, personal growth, just not you going to no therapist. I want to see you personally grow in a different apartment, different job, something. You just doing the same. Anyway, yeah. All right. So now Ethan is back over at Jordan's house. And Jordan apologizes to him about, the drinks or whatever. Ethan said he had drinks too. He could barely make it home. And Jordan is like, he don't even remember what happened. Like, what time did you leave? He was like 9:00. He was like, did I walk you out? And he's just trying to have some type of memory of something. Ethan brings up the memory about him saying that, what's that girl name? Andy is a good girlfriend. You need to find one like her and all this other stuff, right? But he's like, yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember nothing else. So he's just trying to really remember because he's feeling like something ain't right, which it ain't. He done drugged you. I mean, it ain't too much else to say. So, yeah. All right. So now you got Trey all in Pam's ear. So now that I'm thinking about this whole Trey situation based on what's going to happen later on in this episode, I'm like, I hope Trey is not trying to I'm not going to try to take over Pam's business because Pam is learning. He's asking Pam about the business, right? She was like, I got my LLC, I got my business lawyers, I got an ambassador. She's just going down a list of everything that he's gotten, but he's also telling her different ideas and stuff to do. And, a lot of times in businesses, when people feel like they can try to take claim at your business is when they give you ideas and you take them, and they can kind of say, well, yeah, I told her how to do this and I told her how to do this. So part of her business business is mine. So I hope he not trying to slick, slither his way into her business to where he can take a percentage of it. I hope that's not the case. Cause he, as you see later on in the episode, he ain't up to no good. But anyway, so after all of that, Zach comes in saying that I don't know if you can handle all of Pam. He was like, yeah, I definitely can handle her. So that really makes me feel like, what you got up your sleeve, Trey? What you trying to do with Pam? Because Pam does need a big storyline. I believe that this storyline would be it if Trey's trying to, kind of trying to take over her business. But anyway, so Zach is there. Why should you know what's so funny? My daughter just ordered four pajama sets from Shein. Why do Zach look like he got on one of them pajama tops from Shein? The gold one, because my daughter got the pink, the black, the blush. This Negro done got the gold. I said, so you shop at Shein too? Shein. Anyway, so Zach just coming around. He just asking about the baby, like, how's everything doing? Are the babies moving? Like, and here go Karen. Well, I would call you and let you, come over and what she said, I would call you and let you feel the baby's moving, but your bodyguard won't let you. I was like, well, he ain't gotta go over to your place to feel them kids moving. I mean, why don't you let them feel it right now in front of people? I mean, if they moving the way you say they moving. But anyway, and then you can also tell the difference when Zach comes to her shop versus Aaron. Because when she sees Zach, she's like, Zach, what are you doing here? But when she see Aaron, she's like, ugh, what are you doing here? So, yeah. Anyway, Zach's whole thing is, look, me and Aaron, we done got cool. Now, we done talked it up. We done dapped. We done smiled. We done hugged. We found out, we came to an agreement. Like, we gonna be in this thing together. Our kids are going to grow up together, child. They in the same woman's body together. And we need to be cool for the children's sake. And Fatima and Zach is saying, oh, yeah. And Karen is just like, oh, well, that's good. That's big of y'all, whatever. That's that's good. But Zach is saying, so since we good, can you and Fatima come to an agreement? Like, can y'all be cool too? Because we are going to be one big family and all this stuff. But Karen like, no, that we done already crossed that bridge. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't about to happen. But at the end of the day, Karen, it needs to happen because y'all kids gonna be at each other's house. So you need to make it happen, Captain, because it don't even make no sense for beef. Like, why are we mad? Why are we mad? There is no reason to be mad. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so Fatima ends up talking to Andy first, telling her like, look, it's some stuff going on between Hayden and Miss Marie Willis. Man, I saw them coming in together and all of that stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna have to find out. So while they talking, they end up seeing Miss Marie Willis. God dog, do y'all hear that? What is that? Are those don't, I'm doing the video. Go ask Super. Are those guns? Are those the fireworks? Yeah, dog. When did people start popping fireworks? That scared the crap out of me. I knew it wasn't no guns, but it felt real close. Anyway, child, that was an intermission. Back to the regularly scheduled program. All right, so child, what was I saying? Oh, so yeah, Marie Willis comes in and she's like, Andy, now you decided to show up for work. So kind of find out they done had a whole nother meeting, right? So they done had this meeting about Marie Willis' husband is out there putting stuff, bad things out there about Miss Marie. Miss Marie Willis is just like, look, I don't have time to be worried about all of that because Miss Marie done had a good night the other night. So she's feeling calm, cool, and collected, right? So she done had some of Hayden's pencil peen and she feeling good about herself. So it don't even matter what they saying out there about her. She's happy. She's in the bliss, right? So, Andy whole thing is, look, I didn't even know that there was a meeting. And her point was, well, if you would have been here, then you would have known. Okay, so Hayden comes in. They over there, Miss Marie Willis and Hayden over there, touchy and Philly and, laughing or whatever. Side note, look at a man's hands. You can look at a man's hands and that'll tell you about other stuff. If a man got little skinny hands, child, that's all I'm saying. Did y'all see Hayden's hands? They kind of thin. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, yeah. So Miss Marie Willis walk off. She going about her business, and Andy is like, "You are not about to work." What did he say? What she say? You're not about to I guess do something with this case. You're not about to leave me. It was something in regards to the case. You're not about to be having her messed up over this case, because and then Hayden said something to the effect of, I have my assistant to mail you the information about what they about the briefing and all that stuff that they talked about in regards to the case. And Andy is just like, nope, you're not about to pretty much leave me out of what's ever going on. You're not about to slither your way into Andy not being a part of stuff. That's pretty much what it is. So all of that. Hayden ends up leaving, and Andy and Fatima, they end up talking about Jordan, about he passed out because he was drunk. And Fatima is thinking it's depression, but no, we all know what happened. He got drugged. Yeah. All right. So now back over at the dinner with the kids and Tiffany. They over here reminiscing about old stuff, right? They over there kikiing and laughing. And Tiffany is the main one that's bringing up old stuff. Remember what happened when we did this? Remember what happened when we did that, right? So the kids laughing. So Tony takes a drink and he wastes some of the drink on his clothes. She's like, oh, you're more clumsier than ever. So why is she over there with this napkin, tapping him and getting close to his inside parts? I said, oh, okay. So yeah, my suspicions were right. I had to watch it. I wanted to give it a fair shake, but now that I'm watching it, yeah, she wants her family back. She wants her family back at the end of the day. Because when they were sitting there talking and she was trying to hold his hand and talking about, you can come over when I have the kids and we can be like old times. We laying in the bed while the kids, in the middle, cozy it all up. Like, really? So you want your man back. You want your family back. That's pretty much what it is. She wants her family back. And when the kids mentioned Danny, she was like, oh, we're not talking about her. She's not family. We're just talking about family. But Tony is like, well, yeah, she's my girl. So she my family because she's my girl. So that was cool for Tony to say that. But at the end of the day, Tony, you need to realize what your girl is doing. No, not your girl, what your ex-wife Tiffany is doing. She's trying to break you and Danny up. And you can't keep letting her slide all on the account of that's my kid's mama. You're gonna have to put her in her place now before we get worse later. So that's what that is. All right, so Sabrina calls Andy on the phone talking about Rich, and Andy's whole thing is, I know you ain't trying to trap Rich, and the girls, they really talked about it and they feel like Rich need to go. So it looks like Rich may not be on the show no more. Because I mean, what else do Rich and Sabrina do other than jump up and down on each other? I never really seen them have a real life conversation. I've never really seen them have a real date. I never seen anything that Rich is doing, like, other than that juice bar, like, but he doesn't have any other outside conversation with anybody else. Like, Tony is having outside conversation with his kids and with his ex-wife and all that stuff. Jordan is having outside conversation with Ethan and Penelope and all this. Rich is just there. So, yeah, I think Rich may not be on the show anymore. Child, anyway, well, it is what it is. So, yeah. All right, so now here is Maurice. Maurice been talking about he need his space, right? So he gets to his apartment and ain't nobody there. He talking about he coming home to a clean apartment. He hollering out, Grayson. Grayson ain't there. Grayson done took everything, but the only thing he left was his pencil, right? So now Maurice is in his feelings. Maurice done went down to the bar talking to his friend. Child, that friend got on a full face of makeup, red lipstick on. And and talking about, Grayson and this is Grayson is there. And they look over, oh, there go Grayson right there. So Maurice goes over there, Grayson over there talking to his coworker. Maurice pushes him out the way and like, so what are you doing? You gonna do me like this? Like you now Maurice is mad at Grayson because Maurice said that he pretty much kind of wanted more of his space. And when Grayson gave him his space, he upset. And then he talking about he gonna mail him back his pencil. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I said, Maurice, make up your mind. Do you want the man or do you not? I mean, so you and Sabrina, both of y'all ain't gonna have no man? Like, okay, birds of a feather. All right, so now back over here at Zach and Fatima's home. Fatima over there reading the book, trying to get the baby to sleep. You can tell that baby ain't sleep. Baby Michael is not sleepy. He was over there kicking and tossing. So she over there reading the book. Zach comes in talking about, whatever they got going on. And Fatima talking about she tired because she been working on this whole case thing with Andy, trying to shut Hayden down because Hayden is trying to overtake everything with his case. And Zach is like, yeah, dog, Hayden is still up to this mess. Like he ain't, yeah, like Hayden is still being Hayden, right? Zach talking about he wants some alone time. He wants some him and Fatima time at 4:00. I was like, are you talking about 4:00 a.m.? Because it seemed like it's pretty dark now. So 4:00 a.m., man. Child, like, let me cater to you. What? I'm asleep. Anyway, so Fatima talking about she tired, but Zach talking about he finna put this baby to bed so they can go ahead and get it in. But before that happens, they bring up the whole Karen situation. And Fatima don't want to talk about Karen. Like, can we have one day, one night in this house start bringing up Karen? He still brings her up. He told me I ain't say her name, but you did say her name. But you, anyway. So he's saying since him and Aaron cool, Fatima, can you and Karen be cool? And she was like, look, it ain't really all me. It's Karen, because every time she always got something to say, she always mouthing off. It's always pretty much her. It ain't, But he was like, well, we are going to be one family. I'm going to need you to talk to her. And she was like, and Fatima was like, well, can you talk to Karen too? Child, he already done went and talked to Karen. Karen said the same thing you said. Like, no. Y'all blaming it on each other. So y'all gonna have to do something. Y'all gonna figure it out, child. It's too many kids in the room. And Zach talking about he want all the kids to grow up together, the siblings, because he didn't have that when he was little. So y'all just come on. Y'all figure that out. It'll work out. I believe you. It'll work out. And he run up them stairs and take little Michael to bed so Fatima can jump up and down on him at 4:00 in the morning. Or whatever time it is. I know it's 4:00. All right, so y'all, this picture is, I took this picture, I said, oh my God. So that's Trey, and that's the girl that Trey was kissing on, and that right there is Karen in the back with her phone. So Karen, come to find out, her insurance lapsed on the building. Apparently, the insurance lapsed because she didn't pay the bill, but she blamed it on Pam because Pam was using her credit cards. So maybe Pam overused the card and didn't have enough money on it to pay the insurance. So that's what I'm thinking that's happening. But anyway, so when she get off the phone with the landlord or whoever she on the phone with, she sees Trey over there kissing the girl in the corner. And Karen is taking pictures and videos. And so that's why I came up with my theory in regards to him trying to slither his way into Pam's business. All right, so now we're here. We're toward the end of the show. And yeah. All right. So Andy is concerned for Jordan. And she was telling him, like, I don't want you to be drinking like that. And he was like, look, I don't even remember that drink. I don't even remember. He's still trying to figure it out. So Andy finally tells Jordan that he loves her. Mind you, Gary is listening. He's looking and he's listening. So, but yeah, he's looking and he's listening because he has Jordan's place booked. And I'm just like, and when I was watching this scene, I was saying it is a good thing that Andy agreed not to tell Jordan. But child, that was short-lived, because when Andy had told Jordan, yes, I love you, I've been loved you, I don't know why it took me so long for me to say this, all of that stuff, they started kissing and all that, and then Jordan said, okay, can we just pray? Do something different and pray. So while he's praying, like, protect my sister, such and such and such and such, Penelope, then Jordan is opening up her eyes. I said, yeah, Andy was opening up her eyes, looking at Jordan when he was praying in regards to his sister. And I was like, Andy, don't. I kept saying, Andy, don't do it. Andy, don't. Jordan, Andy is alive. I knew it. I'm sorry. I tried my best to hold it from you. And I just, please don't be mad at me. Please, please, please. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Really? Okay, whatever. Then she gives details. They're working with the FBI. They want them to testify. And it's this case, and she's in witness protection. Child, I said, oh my God, Andy, you were not hurting anybody, if you would have just kept your mouth closed. But now Gary hears and he sees this, and he slams his laptop down, and he's like, now he got to come up with his plan. And of course, Jordan is like, so you've known this whole time and you didn't tell me? I was like, well, God dog, she just found out yesterday. That's when I saw it. But anyway, she was like, but I've been wanting to tell you, I've been meaning to tell you, and all this other stuff, right? So, yeah. And and Jordan says, I want to see my sister. All right. So now here you go. You got Danny and you have Tony. Okay, Danny and Tony. I mean, what is it? There isn't really much to say about them, but the same thing about their dinner that they had last night, with his wife, Tiffany. And they brought up the fact that the kids asked about her, and what did they say? What did she say? What did they say? What did she say? He's saying that Tiffany didn't say anything bad. Okay. Anyway, but she did say that Danny ain't they family. You didn't tell us she said that. She said Danny ain't they family. It's just us. So, I mean, say it how you want to. But anyway, so all of that. And Danny, she wants to have a getting it in session. Tony talking about he got to go to work. Danny pulls out, the vape, the blunt. And he like, you finna, smoke now. All that stuff. Tony leave. He got on his suit. He ain't got time to really be fooling with Danny right now. That's pretty much. I said this was gonna be quick, y'all. But anyway, so now, Gary. Andy gets out her car. Gary is behind her. And Andy is just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you here? She's very stern. And Gary just outright says it. I got the house bugged. I watched everything that you say. I know that Penelope is alive. I know you work with the FBI. But what you don't know is I got pictures of Jordan. I got video of Jordan. And he shows her the pictures. She said they're Photoshop. He told me I got video. I was like, damn, you got video. So what really happened? I thought they were just staged props. So did something really happen? I was like, was Jordan button hurt? Like what? Like what? I mean, did this stuff really happen? But I thought it was just, pictures, props, like they were propping. But anyway, he talking about video. So I'm just like, you could tell in video if somebody just sleep laying there. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So he's just telling the rundown. He said, but what you don't know is he works with the mob. And remember when Gary gave Jordan that donation? I think it was $100,000. It was some big donation, 10,000, it was one of those thousands. And apparently that was mob money. And he was saying that he was going to tell the mob that Jordan was going to launder money through his campaign. And now that he's working with the FBI, he can get a bullet in his head. And he's saying that he wants Andy to marry him, and that'll stop all of that. And he says, can you do the be miserable with me and marry me? And Andy is like, no. She was just really like, no, no, no. But when he's talking about, unaliving Jordan and, Andy gonna end up being like his unborn son, like, that's just the cruelest, meanest stuff. I'm like, we really got to get rid of Gary. We really do. We really got to get rid of Gary. Because he's doing absolutely the most. And Andy is just like, so you trying to ruin me and you trying to ruin me and Jordan? Like, why? Yeah. Andy, you gotta keep your mouth closed. Cause yeah. But that's pretty much it, y'all. That's really much it. That's pretty much. So it's gonna be two things that's gonna happen. Madam is gonna have to end up getting involved to help getting rid of the Gary situation, or either Andy is going to probably marry Jordan Andy is going to have to marry Gary and make Jordan miserable. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I don't know. It's just a lot happened this episode, but I'm just like, Andy, she told you to keep your mouth closed for a reason. The DA dude told them, like, don't tell. Penelope said, don't tell. Like, don't say nothing. But you just couldn't resist. You had to. I don't know. But y'all, I'm sorry. This review probably wasn't the most exciting, but I need to finish up. And y'all have a great day. Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe what y'all think going to happen in regards to Jordan and Andy. Do y'all think that Rich is still going to be a part of the cast? Would y'all even care if he leave? I mean, I really wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. Bye.